Okay guys, we got some Jack Eichel related news here, as both of his agents came out yesterday and released a statement which kinda kicks the Buffalo Sabres organization in the stones. Now, I normally don't cover news of other NHL teams, I mostly just stick to Hab related stuff around here, but considering it's such a big name that every team is kinda tied into right now, and everybody's kinda wondering where the hell this guy's gonna end up, I figured I'd have a little chat about it. But first, before we begin, if you guys are a fan of the Habs, or you think that Jack Eichel looks like somebody just dumped a can of SpaghettiOs over his head, then please consider subscribing to my channel, as I upload a ton of hockey content and would really enjoy having some more you grasshoppers tag along for the ride, or hop along for the ride. Now, let's get down to business here and read out the angry statement that was given by the Jack Eichel camp. What do we got here? In response to the Sabres statement regarding being in control of the process, Jack Eichel under contract, and other comments, we offer the following response. The process is not working. No shit, Sherlock. As previously stated, we fully anticipated a trade by the start of the NHL free agency period. After the agreed upon and prescribed period for conservative rehabilitation lapsed in early June 2021, it was determined by the Sabres medical staff that a surgical procedure was required. The recommendation by Jack's independent neurosurgeon, other spine specialists consulted, and the surgery Jack feels most comfortable having in order to correct a herniated disc in his neck is to proceed with artificial disc replacement surgery. Holy shit, that sounds bad. It probably sounds worse than it actually is. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. A further point of concern is that our camp was initially under the impression that the Sabres specialist was in agreement with the artificial disc replacement surgery until that was no longer the case. Threw a bit of a curveball. Now, what is being left out of the discussion is that Jack would be able to play in the NHL for the start of the season pending medical clearance if he were allowed to have the surgery he desires even as of this date. So basically what they're saying here is if Jackie Chan gets the surgery now, he's good to go for the regular season for whichever team he plays for. But Buffalo is just slow as balls. They're snoozing. They go on to say, repeated requests have been made to the Sabres since early June to no avail. This process is stopping Jack from playing in the NHL, and it's just not working. Sincerely, Frankie the Fish and Peter Donatello. No, shots have been fired here. They are not a happy camp right now. Now, people are taking this statement a bunch of different ways. But to me, it just sounds like, they're trying to give the Buffalo Sabres an extra push in the ass to get a deal done. And this could be something that decreases the trade value of Jack Eichel. They definitely don't sound very happy. They don't sound like they've got any intentions on sticking around in Buffalo. So they want to get moved like now. And by now, like weeks ago. To get the whole surgery thing out of the way and get him ready to start the next regular season. Now, is it just me, or does the Buffalo Sabres have some kind of magical way of screwing everything up? Huh? You know what I mean? When things started out, the asking price was apparently equivalent to 4 first-round picks. Well, I don't see that happening anymore. I think his trade value has dropped. And I think whoever gets him, if he can get his neck issues figured out, they're going to get a steal of a deal. A guy who is about to be in the prime of his career and is a point-per-game player. Possibly more, given the right opportunity. I mean, you put this guy on 90% of the teams in the NHL, and he's the first-line center. Including the Habs, of course. Jeez. As much as I love Nick Suzuki and Jesperi, my friend Niemi, Jackie Chan is a superstar in the making. He's better. Sometimes it stings to say stuff like that, but it's true. Now, there has been a lot of chatter recently about Jack Eichel's leadership skills, but you know what? Just because he's Jack Eichel and he's a big-name player doesn't mean he's got to be the captain right away. I hate that. I always thought that was some weird-ass shit. Some of these kids, these days, they're given an A or a C strictly for their play on the ice. That's it. I mean, yeah, they're good. They're scoring big goals. But that shouldn't make you El Capitan. Give that letter to a veteran. That's gonna keep the kids in line. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. What I want you to do now is let me know which team Jackie Chan is gonna get traded to, okay? Where do you think he's gonna go? In your heart, what team is gonna get Jack Eichel? Because I think it's ludicrous at this point in time to think he's gonna play even one more game as a member of Buffalo. That does it for this video, and I'll see you next time.